Hi there. Today I'm going to take a quick look at some Kirk Gibson baseball cards, and I just received an order of more Kirk Gibson baseball cards I just ordered, so we're going to take a quick look at those as well. But for me, Kirk Gibson, as far as collecting his baseball cards, has a special place in my heart because when I first started collecting in '89 was right after the '88 World Series, which I had watched on television and saw live when Kirk Gibson hit that famous home run off of Dennis Eckersley to win Game 1 of the World Series when he walked out there uh, pretty much injured, really shouldn't have been able to play that day, and he helped his team win that game, and ultimately that momentum carried them into winning the World Series. That was a special moment for just baseball fans in general. My mother, being a big baseball fan, that really resonated with her, and so when I started collecting baseball cards that year, um, she expressed an interest that while I was collecting, if I came across any Kirk Gibson baseball cards, that she would love to have them. So, over the course of my uh, collecting in my youth, I handed over a number of Kirk Gibson cards to her as gifts and whatnot. It was something that was fun to share with my mom. She didn't really collect baseball cards in general, but because of what he had done, it was such a really true a representation of what she loved about baseball. Those heroics that can happen at any time in a game. So, anyways, now that I've gotten back into collecting, I've collected a number of Kirk Gibson cards myself. This is my current collection. It's a lot easier to collect uh, Kirk Gibson cards these days because they're really not worth a lot. While he's definitely a notable star player, he did not make the Hall of Fame, but definitely he's famous and memorable in the eyes of many. And so this right here is his 81 Topps rookie card. This is his 81 Flair rookie card. And then I don't believe he had an 81 Don Russ card, so this is his first Don Russ card, the 82. And I've got some 82 Topps, an 82 Fleer here. Moving on to 83, 84, and 86. I've got a smattering of cards. I'm still working on my collection. I actually got recently this mini Fleer card, which I really love. The mini cards. They're just sort of unique and cool. And I think I have an 86 Fleer in this lot that I purchased off eBay. I got a whole bunch of baseball's best Kirk Gibsons from a friend from 87. We've got some 87 Fleer, or excuse me, Don Russ, 88s. Uh, and then I have when he was traded to the Dodgers. Um, so, by the way, I forgot to mention, I think it was 84 was when he was with the Lions, not the Lions, the Detroit Tigers, excuse me, get my football and my baseball mixed up. But that's when he hit his first memorable postseason home run against Goose Gossage to help in the bottom of the ninth to win the uh, Game 5, I think it was, of the World Series against the Padres, and so he's got a history of being a clutch hitter in the postseason. But yeah, here's where he was traded to the Dodgers. Apparently, there was this collusion going on amongst the owners to try and keep players from being able to hit the free agency market, and Kirk Gibson was one of the players that was specifically named when the arbitrator ruled in their favor, in the players' favor, that he was allowed to go to free agency immediately, and so he signed with the Dodgers. And of course, he was a big part of that team that won the World Series. Of course, he contributed significantly to them during the season. And then here's my 89 score World Series card. You see him here. Although I don't think that's a picture of him in the actual World Series hitting that home run. I think he only had the one at bat because he had injured himself, I think, in the playoffs. And we've got some 89 Topps, 89 All-Star. even though I don't think he actually appeared in the All-Star game, but he was named an All-Star in 88, 89. We got some 90 score, Fleer, got 190 tops. I'm going to have a truckload of these, you'll see in a minute. 90 Don Russ and some 91. And then he was traded in, I think, 92 to the Royals. So we got some Royals. I've got one of those gold foil 92 tops. And then he ended up, I think, one season back with the Detroit Tigers in, what was it, 94. So yeah, overall a very distinguished career. Maybe not Hall of Fame. Well, clearly not Hall of Fame, unfortunately. But there's a number of players that never made the Hall of Fame that are still memorable, famous, and so he's one of them for me for sure. So let's take a look now at what I got in my new. This guy threw in some freebies. I got me a. That's cool. This is, I bought these off eBay, and I don't know why, but included a Kevin Mitchell and a Jim Abbott, the rookies. That's really cool. I'll have to thank them for that. All right, so this is a 73 card set I bought off eBay for less than $10. So you know, cards are really cheap. But I'm actually working up some cards that my mom had. Even I told her I was back into collecting baseball cards. She says, "Well, I still have my Kirk Gibsons, and if you ever need to think of a gift for me, Kirk Gibson's I'd still be interested." So I bought this set to kind of fill out my collection, but more so even to be able to have a cool gift for my mom. But here's another 90 score. Here's a 90 Bowman that I don't have. That's great. And here's a 89 Topps All-Star. There's a 92, 91. So I guess it was in 91 that he was traded to the Royals. Another 89 Topps, and we got another 92 Topps. We got a 90 Don Russ, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 90 Topps. So I don't know what I'm going to do with 18 plus 1, but hey, maybe make some wallpaper. 91 Upper Deck Kirk Gibson. That's a nice one I don't have. And I have these 89, 88 score. Still nice. Here's a nice 82. I already have some, but hey, I'll take another. And an 86 Topps. That's a nice one. Got a couple of 89 Fleer. Those are great. Another 87 Don Russ. Now here's one I was really looking forward to. 84 Topps Kirk Gibson. That's just fantastic. And then this is one I was real excited about too. Is a 86 Fleer. It's gonna get parked next to that mini card. Real excited about that one. I get a nice 87 Topps Kirk Gibson. Another 82 Don Russ. That's a fantastic one. Oh, and here's a couple of ones as well that I get to include in my collection now. 83 Topps. Here's an 87 Leaf. Another, what is this, 83 Fleer? Yep. This is a 89 Don Russ. 89 Don Russ, but it's the, what is that set? I can't even remember it now, but it's a different card than the one I have, so I was glad to have it. An 89 score that I don't have. Here's a Topps Superstar. I don't know if that's a sticker or just a mini card, but here's a cool one, the 1989 Fleer commemorative card of that famous home run. That's definitely going to be a part of what I give my mom. A couple of nice 90 Upper Decks, which I don't think I have. And then here we got a whole slew of 89 Upper Deck, but that's not a bad thing because I really like how Upper Deck commemorated Kirk Gibson and the home run from the 88 World Series. Of course, here's some team card art cards, which I think are gorgeous and definitely glad to add to my collection. Here's the 89 Kirk Gibson base cards. Got a handful of those. And now we get to the commemorative World Series cards. Here's Kirk Gibson National League MVP card. And here's the 88 World Series, great World Series moment, Kirk Gibson where he's pumping his hand, hobbling around the bases. It's just a fantastic moment. So glad I got to see it and share it with my mom and my family, and that was just a really neat moment. And then we'll wrap up with some 90 flares. So great, great player, great memories, and like I said, special connection for me and my mom to share with this. And so I'm looking forward to putting together a nice little package for her with some Kirk Gibson cards. But wanted to share my collection, and hope you enjoyed.